Newcastle, we absolutely love it down here, and we especially love it this time of year when we have the Burton Automotive Newcastle SURFEST presented by Bonsoy. I'm Jessie Starling, joined in the booth by Vaughan Blakey for another big heat here in the round of 64.
Massive heat, Jess. Can't wait for this one, and look at that, another huge name, hopefully re-qualify. He was incredible throughout last year's Challenger Series, a big win at Toledo. But this guy, J.Kerr, isn't he another classic story? And C.Munoz as well, a real journeyman who has had some CT experience himself. And here goes Ian.
Yeah, big first turn from Ian. Big announcement back on the Challenger Series from the CT. Goes for the finish. Uses a lot of speed. Just couldn't hang on to that end turn. Damage done before it. But Ian, a crazy heat. Lots of big scores, but this was a great way to start this one, Bruno.
Left into the wind.
Left.
And, you know, if I think about the event he won on the Challenger Series, it was going left into the wind. And a couple of big airs from Gouveia, one of the great tube riders as well. We're probably not going to see that side of his surfing, but plenty of speed. Look how fast he's going on these lefts. And unfortunately not riding out, but plenty of intent here from the Brazilian.
Some pretty similar big, chunky conditions. Getting his first wave underway here for Taro.
You never hear anyone complain about Taro Watanabe surfing, ever. No. He's got one of those styles that it's just like honey. It's just dripping with sweet goodness. And here he comes flying off the top. And again, you know, one thing we're really seeing this morning is just the surfers staying busy. No one's really wanting to just... You've got to find the power sources. Here goes Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos up and riding. First ever Costa Rican to qualify for the championship tour. Not going to get much done on that first wave. And you're right, he is a journeyman. No one really complains about as well. It's like honey too. Wow.
Whoa.
Big first turn on the twin fin here. Lays into it for J.Kerr. He's going to hang on again and goes down just on a bit of a weird white water lip there. There was a bit going on, but that first turn, you wouldn't think he was on a 20, would you? All the way through. Let's break down this last wave here with the Burton Automotive replay.
Beautiful bottom turn, threw it perfectly into the lip, and pause that. Like, there is a moment in this cutback that is yeah, it's a photo. The double arm drag, and big fade here from Carlos. Round the section and snap into the lip. Whoa, that is a really strong ride from the Costa Rican. Cool inside, isn't it?
Wow.
That's a lot of time. Wow, Munoz.
He is on fire in this heat. Massive first turn, comes around, a lot of foam to deal with, but he deals with it, gets himself a finishing turn here for Carlos. He's going to stick with it, see if he can find himself another big moment on this inside section, but that one's going to heap deep water, but job's done. Job was done out the back on that one. At midsection, you got to deal with those sets out the back. Let's break down all of these waves we just saw, Vorno.
Yeah, so this was a really nice high-speed drive out of the lip for C.Munoz, and he decides to stick with it, bashes it on the end section there, so he'll be backing up what is already the highest-scoring wave of this heat with that one. Waiting for scores to drop. In on, straight after Deal's heat off the bottom.
Ian Gouveia straight off the tour into a massive turn to start this one off. Oh, goes big on that next one, but just goes over the fall.
This was Ian Gouveia, who already has a 5.67 as well for the left, so snowboarding turn there.
A bit of foam, so it got hung up, and it's all happening here. J.Kerr out the back again, massive first turn. Wow, lays into the second one with the finish. Wow. Very, very exciting heat going down right now. I love when we have waves that are just back to back to back with explosive surfing.
Well, this lineup is improving. Like that, they were all big sections, and the surfers were able to really get into attack mode and go at it. That finishing turn of J.Kerr was spectacular. A lot of energy coming at him, and he really went at it, and that one doesn't give him anything to work with, but out the back, J.Kerr, just a little check turn, but this is where things got exciting, Jess.
This was massive. That end section turn was massive. Under the lip, lays into it, uses that wall.
Big score going down, and during the break, this guy who was holding down an 8.17 caught this wave.
Yeah, big opening slash on the twin fin if he's just catching up with this heat.
Pulling on the Rashi, he wants to win the heat. So, yeah, you best believe that if he gets on the CT, he will be taking it up. On his 20, he confirmed that as well. Here's Taro.
Yeah, big first turn air drops out of that foamy section there. He's going to try to stick with this one. He needs another big moment on the inside. This one might just do it. He's going to stick with the power source, carving back towards those rocks, trying to get himself on some bigger, steeper water. Bit of downtime here. Lays it on rail. Has to get hung up a little bit to get down that base. So Taro's got a score to lock in, but
Mid-section waves. We'll stick with Taro here because he's looking for scores. And this one was an important wave. The first turn, a little bit sticky, a little bit lumpy. It wasn't as clean as he wanted. And, getting up to the lip late with that much bump didn't allow him to really push through the turn and send a big bucket of spray, but he sticks with it onto the inside. And we know how good this guy is at connecting the dots. And that water was really coming at him fast. So again,
we are going to go out and back in just a second because Carlos, big opening floater here for our Costa Rican surfer. He's trying to get himself back on that championship tour, and he's surfing like he means it in this heat. He's looking for more through this inside section. A lot of foam to deal with here. A little bit of lump and bump, but he's navigating it so beautifully. That one isn't going to steepen up. It's going to hit a bit of deep water. But Richie Lovett, heard you out and about.
And it was one of those frustrating waves, but it's still a half-decent score of 4.33 out the back. Big moment here for Carlos.
Wow.
And
no downtime.
No downtime, but the crazy thing is he got a 5.43, which didn't even get into his top two. So he's holding on to second place, and Ian Gouveia and Taro both needing solid scores. You can see here he was just looking for opportunities.
Insight from Nui Rick there. Thanks, Richie. And up and riding is the man we're just talking about. J.Kerr just making twin fin surfing look so easy, especially when it's big. I feel like twin fin sails are going to go through the roof after this heat. He's coming around to this inside section and just tags that one. Gets a little bit hung up. Oh, there you go, just in true J.Kerr fashion. Just going to give us a bit of a reverse there.
Get another bonus section and out the back, Kersey.
Yeah, beautiful opening swoop here. And just the way he's navigating that twin fin on such big sections is pretty absurd to me. And just all that lump and bump, the big foam sections, he just looks so in control. Just a couple redirects there. It was really that two big moments at the start of this wave that's going to get in the score. And kind of just gets a little bit hung up on that section, like similar to what we saw with Taro. A real standout in this heat. Might not have the lead, but he's just looking switched on. He's up and riding here. And he's found those ones that kind of look like they're closing out a little bit, but they offer those really big sections.
Yeah, this is a great chapter in a really famous career. Watanabe now.
Got himself a carve to kick this one off. Comes back around again. So he needs something big. It's an 8.03 excellence to get through this heat. But this one, it's just hitting a bit of weird water. He needs a steep, big moment on this inside section. He's trying to get over this. And you can tell a bit of frustration there. So with 25 seconds to go, we are going to lose Taro Watanabe unless he can do something crazy on the inside section here. Trying to get back to that championship tour for both of these guys. And there is the final results. We are going to go to a break. We'll come back with Ronnie and Rich